Getting started. It can truly be the hardest part, but when done right, it's impossible not to have a great time. It's not the goal to overdo it, rather to anticipate movements later to come during exercise. 3 to 5 minutes can be a great baseline. A better scale would be your feeling of readiness. Here you'll see a selection of 7 warm-up movement patterns followed by 4 strength exercises that, done consistently with skilled progression, will help you to significantly gain strength in your legs. Choosing the right warm-up movements to properly forecast your exercise routine is like starting your car early in the winter before driving it. If you don't do it, the cold can really make the whole journey to work suck, and long term, it can be destructive to the car. Well, in this case, your journey to work is your workout, and the car, it's your body, so get up and start the car. The expectation of hard work is exhausting, but considering you're watching this video, you must be down for a good hard time. Notice here many of the warm-up movements involve bending or flexion and extension of the knees and hip. Some examples are the butt kicks, high knees, toe touches, and the active downward dog variation. So we warm up to prevent long-term damage and to keep the workout from sucking. But what if the case is the long-term damage is already set in? Is this workout good for you? Post your questions below and that can be determined. All of the chosen exercises and warm-up movement patterns can be regressed and progressed to meet your level of fitness. Is there an exercise that you'd like to see done easier or more difficult? Scaling levels of progression is a wonderful conversation to prevent personal plateau. So let us know your situation in the comments section. Oh, those nasty air squats don't need to finish the warm-up segment, that's for sure. Recycling these patterns until your ready state has been met, it's going to be a sure way to benefit from the strength training to come. Just don't overdo it. Of the 4 strength exercises completed, 2 are patterns that come directly from the warm-up, the weighted lunge and the weighted squat. This dumbbell lunge is simply a progression of the lunge done in the warm-up, by adding a little weight and being consistent with the depth and range of motion. And to regress this lunge, start with the one in the warm-up. Just decrease the range until gradual increases can be scaled and then achieved. It's safe to say that everyone has a friend that did a squat or a lunge and hurt their back, or simply due to a bad back has been left limited when squatting or lunging. To keep you from experiencing this situation, a well-developed hip hinge is going to be just the trick. A lot of range can be achieved in this movement, a lot more than has been demonstrated here. Unless hypermobile hamstrings is a known factor, it's probably the case you can and should train to get deeper into a hip hinge. Increasing end range and strengthening within it is going to be your apple a day in the case of all injury prevention. In the warm-up segment, a deep hip hinge was performed during the toe touches as well as during the downward dog variation. A hip hinge has been progressed into this strength training exercise, often called a straight leg dumbbell deadlift, being even further progressed by loading the hips with a band. Breaking down the mechanics of a squat or a hip hinge is going to have different implications for different needs, and for perfection as opposed to progression. Time and education are going to be the factors that help you achieve this goal. It's said as easy as a tight squeeze to get to the top, and a controlled release before pausing at the bottom to repeat. A calf raise, it's just that simple. However, without consistency, you're not going to see any development. If you've gotten to the end of this video, I'd like to thank you for your support and not only recommend that you destroy that like button to help out with my channel's growth, but subscribe and check out the pull and push day that will finish up this mini-series of a 3-day workout routine. As always, eat your food, invest your time, and take care, fellow gainers.